talk about the victims, the 9 people gunned down, but there were also 3 people inside that church who survived, who are also dealing with that horror now on a daily basis because they were in there when that happened. When people like Reverend Clementa Pinckney, who served as the pastor, a state senator in South Carolina, was gunned down as he led that Bible study. Pinckney was a native of Beaufort, and he answered the call to preach at the age of 13 and received his first appointment to pastor at the age of 18. He also served as a member of the state Senate for Beaufort and Jasper counties from 2000 until his death last year. His colleagues spoke about his even temper, but his booming voice that could bring calm in a room where you would never be able to otherwise get any sort of agreement. Clementa Pinckney was 41 years old.
Sharonda Singleton was a part-time minister at Emanuel AME. The mother of 3 also worked as a speech pathologist at Goose Creek High School. Singleton also served as the girls' track coach at Goose Creek High School. Sharonda Singleton was 45 years old.
Cynthia Graham Hurd. She grew up attending this church right behind us, Mother Emanuel. And during her life, Hurd worked to change lives through literacy. She worked for more than 30 years in Charleston County Public Libraries. She was the regional manager at the St. Andrews branch at the time of her death. Cynthia Graham Hurd was 54 years old.
When faced with danger last year during the shootings, Towanda Sanders showed bravery. He tried to protect his aunt, 87-year-old Susie Jackson. Sanders was a graduate of Allen University, where he received a degree in business administration in 2014. He was in the process of publishing his own book of poetry at the time of his death.
Myra Thompson, a beloved teacher and guidance counselor. She aspired to become a minister after retiring from Cathedral Catholic in Brentwood Middle School. Thompson received her official certificate to preach the same day she was murdered inside the church she loved. We spoke with Thompson's daughter recently, and she said if Myra had to choose to die anywhere, that's where she would have chosen because she was just doing God's work. Myra Thompson was 59 years old.
Ethel Lance worked at Mother Emanuel for roughly 30 years as a custodian at the church. She also worked at the Gilliard Municipal Auditorium for almost 35 years. Lance grew up in Charleston, raising her 5 children in West Ashley. Family members say she was the matriarch, the strong woman who just tried to keep her family together. Lance was 70 years old.
Reverend Daniel Simmons Sr. was a retired minister. He served for more than 30 years at Olive Branch AME Friendship and St. Luke's AME. His friends say the Hate Won't Win campaign from his grandchildren following the shooting really embodies everything he was about. Daniel Simmons was 74 years old.
Reverend DePayne MiddletonDoctor was a pastor at Mother Emanuel. She worked as an enrollment counselor at Southern Wesleyan University's Charleston campus. We're told she attended Wednesday Bible study often at Mother Emanuel, as she did the night of the Charleston church shooting. MiddletonDoctor was 49 years old.
Susie Jackson was a trustee of Mother Emanuel, even a member of the choir at one point for this congregation. We're told she attended the church regularly, showing up for Sunday worship services, but also those Bible studies on Wednesday nights. Jackson's nephew, Towanda Sanders, as Octavia talked about, also one of the victims that night. Susie Jackson was 87 years old.